Welcome to Africa Unveiled. Ayinla, the legendary tale.
Adissa and Ebony had been in a loving relationship for 3 years, and after much thought and planning, Adissa finally proposed. Ebony was ecstatic. She had been waiting for this moment since she was 20 years old. To her, this was more than just a wedding. It was a grand event she had dreamed of, a spectacle that would showcase her status, family pride, and friendships. As they sat together planning the details, Ayinla asked a simple question, "Dear, how much do you think we should spend on our wedding?" Then Ebony, with excitement in her voice, responded, "Babe, this is the day I've been dreaming about. It has to be elaborate. My friends will be flying in to celebrate with me. I will invite dignitaries, and my parents' friends will be present. The hall must be grand, decorated lavishly, and nothing should be compromised." As she spoke, Adissa's face began to change, sensing that the cost of this dream wedding might be beyond reason. Curious yet wary, Adissa pressed further. "So, how much are we looking at?" Ebony, after a moment of thought, replied confidently, 30 million naira. The number hit Adissa like a thunderbolt. 30 what? He shouted in disbelief. "I don't understand. For a party that won't last more than 12 hours, you want to spend 30 million naira? Ebony, unfazed, began justifying her decision. "Babe, think about it. Before the party, during the party, and after the party, we need good music, the best hall, and exotic food. Do you know the kind of intercontinental dishes we will serve? We're talking at least 6 different varieties." Adissa, shaking his head, interjected sarcastically, "Are we expecting Donald Trump? Or are we renting Elon Musk Hall on Mars?" "Babe, please be reasonable. In this economy, under Tinubu regime, 30 million naira for a wedding is too much. We should be spending less on the wedding and saving more for marriage." As Adissa tried to reason with Ebony, her parents walked in. Her mother and father stood by, listening as the debate unfolded. Ebony, seeking reinforcement, turned to her mother and exclaimed, "Mummy, come and hear Adissa? Oh, he said he can't spend 30 million naira on our wedding." Her mother frowned and responded, Adissa Okomi, is it that you don't have the money or you just don't want to spend it?" Adissa sighed, "Mummy, that's not what I mean. Spending 30 million naira on a wedding that won't last a day is unreasonable. There are many things that will need funding after the marriage." Trying to compromise, Adissa suggested a budget of 15 million naira, but Ebony was outraged. 15 million? My wedding dress alone is 5 million. Adissa sighed deeply. "Why should you buy it when we can rent? And even if you want to sew one, we can get a very good dress sewn for 1.5 million or less. Try to be reasonable, babe." She scoffed at the idea of renting a dress, insisting that her wedding must be the event of the decade. Adissa, now frustrated, turned to her father. "If you have watched this far, kindly subscribe, like, and on the notification button. This will help me to give you more life and educative African folk tales." Let's continue. Who had remained silent, observing the conversation. "Sir, if we are spending 30 million, how much is your daughter contributing?" he asked. Her father smiled slightly, while her mother's face darkened. "Contribute?" her mother echoed. Ebony also scoffed. "Country, what? Aren't you the one who wants to marry me?" Adissa felt a wave of disappointment wash over him. "Ebony, we have spoken about this before," he said. "Yes," she replied, "and my answer has always been the same." Adissa ran his fingers through his hair. "So you want me to be the one making all the financial expenses? Not even a dime from you." Her mother interjected. "Don't you see you have come to carry a trophy? My daughter is more than a Champions League, La Liga, and other trophies combined together." Adissa sighed deeply. "It seems I'm doing this marriage by myself. Is it not both of us who are supposed to be getting married? This is a full-stack red light of liability." Ebony's mother gasped. No. Don't call my daughter that. That's wrong. Very wrong of you to say." Ebony, mother mocking. "If you are not capable as a man, why are you getting married?" Ebony's father frowns at his wife for the statement, while Ebony looks uncomfortable. Odessa said, I think we should postpone this when her father finally spoke, his voice calm but firm. Odessa, I understand your frustration, but let's not be too quick to judge. However, Ebony, my dear, you must understand that marriage is not about lavish spending, but about planning for the future. Ebony stared at her father in disbelief. What do you mean, Daddy? He doesn't love me. A man who loves me would be willing to spend $30 million on our wedding. Odessa stands before Ebony parent, greets respectfully, Odebo, sir, and walks out. Ebony shouts his name and starts crying. Her father sighed and shook his head. The man I see is a principled and loving one. You had better go and make amends before he leaves this house. Ebony hesitated, then turned toward the staircase. Her mother frowned. Jide, are you really giving your daughter to that boy? Is it not obvious that he doesn't love her? Can't you remember how much you spend during ours? If we convert it to present day, it should be more than 78 million OO. He does love our daughter, and you can't compare Ayinla pocket with mine, dear. Jide simply motioned for her to follow him. Come, let's see what is happening downstairs. If you have watched this far, kindly subscribe, like, and on the notification button. This will help me to give you more life and educative African folk tales. From the balcony of their mansion, they watched as Odessa stood beside his car, wiping his face with a handkerchief. Her father nudged her mother and said, Can you see? That is love. He loves your daughter so much that he can't even bring himself to leave yet. That's tears he is wiping from his face. Her mother scoffed. I don't think so. Just then, Ebony rushed toward Odessa, who was leaning against his car, and shouted his name, Odessa. Odessa gripped tighten around his car keys as he heard Ebony's voice echo through the driveway. He turned slowly, his eyes searching hers for something's understanding, regret, maybe even love. Ebony, breathless from running, stopped a few steps away from him. Her face was a mixture of desperation and defiance, her arms crossed as if shielding herself from the weight of her emotions. Odessa, you don't know my worth, she said, her voice trembling slightly. If you did, you wouldn't be questioning my dreams. Exhaled sharply and shook his head. Your dream? A daydream. Ebony, your worth is not in the price of a wedding. Your worth is in your character, your kindness, your ability to build a home with me. But all I see is a woman more concerned about a 12-hour event than a lifetime of marriage. His voice was laced with frustration, but there was pain there too. I have worked hard to prepare for our future. I have plans for us. But if we start our marriage with debts and reckless spending, what future do we have? Ebony's eyes flashed with anger. So you're saying I am reckless? That I don't deserve the wedding I've always dreamed of? Her voice was rising, drawing the attention of maids and security guards standing at a distance. Odessa, I am not an ordinary woman. My wedding must reflect who I am. Odessa laughed bitterly and took a step forward. And who are you, Ebony? A woman who expects a man to carry all the financial burden while she plays a princess? I asked you to contribute, not because I need your money, but because I needed to see if we were truly partners in this. But all I see is entitlement. He paused, then added, I love you, Ebony, but I will not enter a marriage where my wife sees me as an ATM rather than a husband. Tears welled up in Ebony's eyes, but her pride wouldn't let them fall. So what are you saying? Odessa, are you leaving me? Her voice was barely above a whisper. Odessa looked at her, his expression unreadable. Then, after a long pause, he said, I am saying that we need to rethink everything before it's too late. And with that, he opened his car door. What would you do if you were Odessa shoes? Should Nab apologize and compromise? Or is Odessa right to walk away? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you. Red heart. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see what happens in episode 2.